Now we're going to use right triangles to evaluate trigonometric functions. So if we have our triangle, if this is the given angle here, and then the opposite, I want blue, the opposite, the angle, the side opposite this angle is over here. That's opposite. The side next to it is the adjacent side, and the side opposite the right triangle, the right angle, is the hypotenuse. So to get sine, it's going to be the ratio of the opposite side over the hypotenuse. That's sine. To get cosine, that's going to be the adjacent side over the hypotenuse. And to get tangent, that's going to be the opposite side over the adjacent side. It'd be basically sine over cosine, and then the hypotenuse cancels, so it's opposite over adjacent. Okay, so example 1. Given the triangle, find the value of cosine of alpha. So cosine of alpha is going to be the adjacent side over the hypotenuse in a right triangle. This is a right triangle, so it's 15 over 17. That's it. Now we look at relating angles and their functions. So still the triangle here. In relation to angle alpha, this is the opposite side and this is the adjacent side. In relation to beta, this is the opposite side, this is the adjacent side. And then the hypotenuse is still the side opposite the right angle. So how do you evaluate the 6 trig functions of one of the acute angles given the side lengths? If needed, draw the right triangle and label the angle provided. Identify the angle, the adjacent side, the side opposite the angle, and the hypotenuse. And then find the required function. So sine is opposite over hypotenuse. Cosine is adjacent. Let me see if I can highlight this. Can I change this to yellow? Yeah, let's try that. So sine is opposite over hypotenuse. Cosine is adjacent over hypotenuse. Tangent is going to be opposite over adjacent. Secant is hypotenuse over adjacent. That's just the reciprocal of cosine. Cosecant is the reciprocal of sine, so it's a hypotenuse over opposite. And cotangent is a reciprocal of tangent, so it's adjacent over opposite. So now we're going to use the triangle to evaluate sine, cosine, tangent, secant, cosecant, and cotangent of alpha. So here's our alpha. This is the opposite side. This is the adjacent side here, and the 5 is the hypotenuse. So our sine of alpha is going to be 4 over 5. Cosine of alpha is 3 over 5. Tangent of alpha is going to be opposite over adjacent, so 4 over 3. Cosecant of alpha is going to be hypotenuse over opposite, so 5 over 4. Secant of alpha is going to be hypotenuse over adjacent, so 5 over 3. And cotangent of alpha is going to be adjacent over opposite, so that's going to be 3 over 4. And I just wanted to line it up like this to show you how these are reciprocals of each other. So I didn't have to go back and see it. I mean, it wasn't like it was that much work, but just to show you that.